the woman finds herself backed into a corner at the edge of a cliff by 4 vicious thugs. As the ruthless criminals close in on her, she realizes there's nowhere left to run. Desperate, she starts scaling the nearly vertical cliff face with her bare hands. With each powerful movement of her limbs, she quickly puts a dozen yards between herself and the murderers behind her. But the thugs aren't about to give up that easily. The woman witnessed one of them commit cold-blooded murder, and they have to catch her, or else they'll be looking at life behind bars. Although Kelly managed to get a head start, the men's incredible stamina allows them to catch up to her halfway up the cliff in no time. One of the men reaches out his grimy hands, trying to grab Kelly's left leg. However, Kelly is no pushover. With a swift kick, she sends the guy tumbling back down, leaving him injured. Seeing this terrifying scene unfold, Kelly's heart hardens. She knows that as long as she has the evidence of their crime, these 4 goons will stop at nothing to get their hands on her. Her only shot is to make it to the top of the cliff and then find a way to escape. As expected, once the thugs get their injured buddy settled, the remaining 3 killers gear up and start climbing after her. With their fancy rock climbing equipment, they aren't worried about any mishaps. They figure they'll catch up to her in just a few minutes. By this point, Kelly's hands are badly scraped up from the long climb, and she's running on fumes. She's forced to take a short breather on a small ledge jutting out from the cliff, but she knows this little break is going to cost her valuable time. The 3 murderers spot Kelly taking a rest not too far ahead. These sly dogs decide to hold off on chasing her and start hurling some nasty, degrading insults her way instead. They're trying to get inside her head and break her down mentally. And wouldn't you know it, their little mind game works like a charm. Kelly loses her focus for a split second and drops her water bottle right over the edge. But Kelly is quick to regain her composure. She reaches into her backpack, grabs some climbing chalk, and coats her hands evenly. This will give her a better grip as she climbs. Kelly knows that if she just tosses the evidence, she could get these guys off her back no sweat. But she can't bring herself to do it. Call her crazy, but she's dead set on taking the hardest path out of this mess. But it's not long before she hits a major snag. The cliff face in front of her is smooth as glass and straight up and down. There's no way she can climb it. Just when all hope seems lost, Kelly spots a climbing rope left by some other climber. It looks like it's within arm's reach, but even that short distance feels like a huge chasm. Kelly knows if she just sits there twiddling her thumbs, waiting for those murderers to catch up, she can't even imagine what they'll do to her. That's when Kelly gets a bright idea. She rips open her backpack with her teeth and pulls out a thin wire tucked inside. She bends one end of the wire and slowly inches her shaky feet across the ledge. Her plan is to use the wire to snag the climbing rope. One wrong move and Kelly is toast, but she doesn't let herself think about that. She's laser focused on her task, and wouldn't you know it, her hard work pays off. The wire finally hooks the rope and pulls it right to her. So, what do you all think? Will Kelly make it out of this nightmare in one piece?